All righty then. Ooh, hey now, hot diggity dang. How are you this evening? Are you good?
I am great.
I am happy to hear it.
I am amazed. How are you?
I'm doing really good. Okay, so here's the deal. There you go. Hey, now work that out for sure. Okay, so welcome to Whiskey Women in Wisdom. This is my weekly broadcast where I bring on a particular expert in their field, and normally it's a female, so that we can inspire and uplift and give some knowledge to some other women to help them on their journey. And today we have a tax expert, which is Cassandra Dean. So we're really happy to have her here. So, okay, so here's the deal. Tell folks how we know each other. Let's start that way.
Okay. They probably already know because we do kind of have the same hair today, you know.
Can almost features.
So St. James, the the great St. James is my older cousin.
Why the hell do you have to throw old out
I
there?
have been very older, cooler cousin, and everybody knows it. Like
I'll
you
take that.
just
I'll take
cool,
Kohler.
just still
Okay.
having fun, living your life, doing your thing, you know. And I'm in my 30s now, so I'm understanding that with age comes a lot of fun, you know. Just being honest. I'm having a
I
lot of
got
fun in my
that.
30s right now. Seriously.
Gotcha. Absolutely. So,
kind of more so than my 20s. So, but yeah,
yeah.
Rami is my older cousin, life coach. You know, I call her, you know, when I need her. She calls me, check on me, things like that. You know, always telling me the brutal truth. Like, I mean, sometimes more than what I would like to hear, but you know, it's always good. You know how she
Hey,
is. But yeah, so
you my favorite
it's a
cousin because
blessing having an amazing.
and let me tell you, you my favorite cousin. And the reason you my favorite cousin, can I just tell you why? Can I tell you why you my favorite cousin? Because
Wow.
because you understand the idea of mindset and you are business oriented. You understand that you're not going to become wealthy working on someone's 9 to 5. You know that you have to have leverage in order to be wealthy. And you were one of the few relatives that I have that mindset and understanding. And when I opened up a tax company a long time ago, I start talking to you about
Yeah.
doing taxes, and you've been on that roll ever since.
Yeah, for sure. Once I got a little taste of it, it was like it was nice. Doing taxes is very good, educating people, you know, and you learn a few tricks that help you too save a lot of money and make a lot of money. So you know, it's a blessing to learn something
Absolutely.
new and change your mindset.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
taxes are really
for sure.
important.
I
None of us
appreciate
can.
you for pouring into it.
Well, yeah, absolutely. This is true. Okay, so if any of the ladies have any tax questions, you can definitely put them on there. Hello, ladies. I see all y'all on here. Hello to everyone. But if you have tax questions in general, put them on. If not, then I'm going to ask some questions. So I want to know when can, let's see, how much do you have to make in order to file taxes? Is one of the questions that had came in earlier.
Okay, that's a great question because it did go up last year. It went up from 12,000 if you're a single filer, from 12,200 up to 12,400. And so as long as you're single and you make less than that, you make more than that, you're eligible to file. You're able to file if you make less than that as well, but you just won't really get much of anything without a lot of taxable income.
Okay.
Also, if you're married, it's 12,100, and you still $200 as so still really low. It's really high
Okay.
threshold, you know, but if you're making less than 12, then you don't have to file.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's see. We're going to get a break.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the questions, can you see Julie's question? She's asking, are we going to get a break as essential workers?
Unfortunately, not. The taxes are still gonna have the same tax bracket percentages. So just because you work from home or you're an essential worker, you work, you didn't have to work from home. They're not giving any tax break for that. They are, if you didn't get the stimulus through mail or through the direct deposit, they are giving you that credit your taxes this year. But other than that, they're not really doing anything for essential workers.
Okay, she says being out of
Yeah,
work due to the
unfortunately.
pandemic. What about that? Being out of work due to the pandemic.
So did they? What was the question? I'm sorry.
She wants to know about being out of work due to the pandemic. She's wanting to know if there's going to be a break because she was out of work due to the pandemic.
I mean, not from there won't be any tax breaks because you didn't work. I mean, you'll get those credits if you have kids and things like that. But they're not giving any breaks for not working. You probably won't have to pay as much taxes because you didn't work that much. So you may end up getting a little bit more because you're less. Believe it or not, you actually can get a little bit more money with making it less, a lot less, because it puts you in your tax differently. So yeah, like it might be actually a better year for you, right? Believe it or not, right? You're not working as much.
Okay. And Jenny
So
wants to
just
know,
kind of depends because everything's case.
okay. And Jenny wants to know the stimulus checks that you get, do you list it as income?
No. So yes, so they did do that for us. They are not making us pay taxes on the stimulus check. It is not taxable income. No, no, no.
Mm,
So we did get a break on that. It's actually free money.
okay, well, that's good. Very, very
Yes.
good. Okay,
Thank
so
you, Trump and Biden, I guess. Yeah, thank
thank
you,
you,
both of them.
whoever. There you go. Okay, so what are some of the changes for tax season for the 2021?
You say that again. I'm sorry.
What are some changes for taxes for the season of 2021? What are some of the changes that have gone on?
Okay. The changes for the tax season 2020. So basically, the big is gonna be that they're actually gonna let you get that stimulus credit within your taxes. A lot of people were kind of freaking out a couple weeks ago because that date that the IRS, the government gave us came and went, and a lot of people did not have their stimulus checks, and so them actually adding that to the taxes was a last minute thing. So we kind of got a break with that. So a lot of people that were in need of that money that didn't receive it will actually be able to receive it. Another new thing that a lot of people need to know is those PP loans that everybody got last year. I know a lot of business owners, they use their companies to help them with the deductions. We're getting a bigger tax refund. So one of the stipulations of that loan is that anything that you bought with that PP loan cannot be deducted from your taxes. Any expenses that you use those funds to um to receive or whatever, you cannot you cannot deduct those from your tax. It can only be money, the items that you purchase like out of pocket or from profits from your business and things like, but not the PP loan money. So make sure that you're keeping your records and you know what money was spent on what items were purchased with what funds, so that you don't get caught up with that, because eventually they're gonna want some of that money back, so they're gonna try to find any kind of way to trip people up on those deductions and those loans in general.
Ooh,
So
ooh,
just be
okay,
careful, guys.
okay.
Yeah.
One of the question is, we
Okay.
got a couple
Those
of
so those
them.
are the big ones.
Okay. Is it better to itemize when filing taxes?
You said, is it fair to itemize when filing?
Is it better to itemize when filing your taxes? Itemize. Wanda wants to know if it's better to itemize when filing your
Um,
taxes.
So that's really case by case. So it depends on what type of business, what type of income you earn that year. So if you're just working a regular business, I mean a regular job, like you're just getting W-2s, then there's nothing to really itemize. But if you're a business owner, you do want to itemize. You want to be as detailed as possible with your expenses, because just because you're doing the right thing doesn't mean you can't get audited. Audits are random. It doesn't mean your tax professional did anything wrong or you did anything wrong either. But you always want to itemize everything so that when they do come, if it does come down that pipeline, you have your records in order. You just have to send it in. You're in, and you're squared away. You kind of shut them up a little bit, because they basically just trying to trip you up. So you always want to keep your records and definitely itemize, because a $800 return can go to a $3,000 return based on those itemizations.
Okay. And so how long should we keep our taxes for?
The records, your tax records,
yes,
by
tax
law,
records.
they want you to keep them for about 3 years. They say about 5. Yeah, tax records for about 3 years. But I always tell my clients keep them about 5, because sometimes when you're buying houses and you're doing different business things, they want longer than 3 years. And if you have 5, it looks a lot better. It looks like you're a lot more stable. You can show that consistency in your income and things like that. So, but rule of thumb, for sure, keep them for at least 3 years.
So
because that's how far they can go back to audit you.
Okay. So they can only go back 3 years. Okay, that would have been the next one. Okay, so how soon can they start doing their tax returns?
So tax returns are starting soon. Right now, you actually can do them now. If you have those tax preparers that are doing those tax advances, they're actually allowing you to file with them now. But the IRS will not be accepting tax returns or processing them until February 12th for the single filers. If you are head of household or you have kids, it's going to be towards the end of February. So we'll get that date soon as well. So, but right now they're going to start processing them on February 12th. I know last year the IRS is really weird, John, because last year they gave us dates and people were receiving them earlier. Like people with kids were getting their checks earlier than what they were saying. So I'm really not. I wouldn't say stick to these dates, because things do change with the IRS. So but those are just kind of like the preliminary things that they've set for us right now.
Okay.
For sure.
Hold on. Candy wants to know. Okay. Candy wants to know, do you have advice for people who are going to start a new business as far as what to know for their first year to prepare for doing their taxes for the end of the year?
So, okay, let me make sure I understand the question. You're asking what can she do, like what throughout the year to prepare for taxes, for filing taxes the next year?
Yes, because she's starting a new business and
Right,
she wants to know, she's starting a new business and she wants to know how she can prepare for taxes at the end of the year.
I'll give you. Great question. And we're at the perfect time of the year to ask that question. My biggest thing I tell my clients, and this is a really, really big freebie that I'm going to give you guys. There is an app on Android and on iPhone platforms that's called TaxBot. You can download it. I believe it's like $7.99 or $5.99 or something like that. But what it is an app that can take pictures of your receipts. You can store the information about TaxBot. TaxBot.
Okay.
TaxBot. TaxBot. And so, you can basically download the app, pull it up. It's gonna ask you to take a receipt of the picture of the receipt, and you can store in whatever that meal or that expense was for that day. And then at the end of the year, it prints out a full scope of all of the itemized deductions that you did for the whole year. So it actually itemizes them throughout the year for you.
Ooh, that's good.
It saves us a lot of time. Like my clients that use it, I praise them. Do you hear me? I praise them. And I even give them discounts on their taxes because they save me a lot of time. Like I've literally had to sit down and count people receipts, like kind of put them in piles based on what they were myself. So yourself sometimes most people spend more money than they think they do. So if you have something like, oh, one thing I forgot to tell you, it tracks your mileage too. Every time
Your
you get in the
mileage.
car, you just hit the little button and it tracks your mileage as well. That's another thing as well.
Well, that's real good.
Yes.
That's real
So
good. I like
that's an
that.
amazing freebie for you guys.
Okay.
Save yourself some time as a business owner and get that app immediately. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so Motor Vic, hey Motor Vic, that's my ambassador, y'all. Hey, she wants to know, is TurboTax
Where's this
the same?
chat?
I'm just saying. She wants to know if TurboTax is the same and equal as filing with ProTax Preparer.
She
Did you get
said,
the
okay,
question?
is TurboTax the same as what?
Using a pro person to do your taxes. So is TurboTax is as good as using you?
No. Yes and no. If you have one W-2, yes. If you have multiple W-2, when you're a business owner and you have a lot going on and a lot of other tax forms, then no. No, that's the best thing I can tell you, because a computer will not talk to you in layman's terms the way that I will, so that you get a full understanding and really know what's going on. With that one, it's kind of just walking you through it step by step and not really explaining anything. So I would say TurboTax is for like simple returns, but if you have some extra things going on, I would definitely recommend getting that prepared. For sure.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Okay. Um, will I have to pay taxes on my unemployment benefits?
Ooh, great question. Great question. And I hate to say this, but unfortunately, you do have to pay taxes.
Okay.
And it will be based on your income. Whatever income tax bracket you're in is what. There was an option for you guys to allow them to take taxes out as you were getting paid, but if you did not, you will see maybe a bigger tax hit than normal. But if you're a business owner, you can use your deductions to make up for those taxes that they are going to be taken out to get those taxes back. So yeah, there are ways around it, and you can use your stimulus check. Because we have to pay Uncle Sam. It just is what it is. So if you do have to pay a little bit, just use some of that stimulus check money, and you just keep the rest.
Okay.
You always want to pay your bills.
Here we go.
Especially
right. Okay, Candy wants to know how is the cost calculated for your professional tax services? How do you charge for your tax services?
It just with me, I kind of go off my time. To be honest with you, just to give an example, I have what is it? Like musicians that I work with. And throughout the year, they do a lot of traveling and a lot of things. And so whenever I'm doing their taxes, it may take me like a couple days, because I'm gonna probably have to call them several times and things like that. So those kind of returns, I do charge a little bit extra, but just no returns is not gonna be a lot at all. It's gonna be low. Like sometimes I just charge a couple hundred or 100 just to give you an example. But yeah.
So
It just depends on the time that it takes. That's what I go by.
Okay. Are you mobile? Do they have to come to you?
Are
you mobile? Or explain how that works.
So I am mobile. You don't have to come to me. You can either email me at Cassandra at ondemand.taxservices.com. You can email me there and I'll receive all of your tax documents. I'll call you. We'll go over them. And any business owners, I email them my business form, which is kind of like a memory jogger to help you guys. Help you prepare for your taxes, because I'm going to need to know what you're writing off exactly and what column I need to put them in and things like that. So it kind of helps you do all of that. So yeah, just email me. I'll make it really, really, really simple. Really, really simple. So that's Cassandra at On Demand Tax Services. You guys can text me, email me any questions, or if you want to just get like a free free tax quote. I do those as well. It's no big. I'll just, let you know what you're getting back and, what my fees are and things like that. You choose to move forward with me, you do. If you don't, no hard feelings. It's all love here. All love. You see, I have my
Which,
rose quartz for the love, peace, happiness.
what is your phone number so I can put it on here?
Oh, okay, sure. It's 469-682-7596.
Okay, got that. And then I will also post it so that the ladies can get it also there. And so, hold on, I got some more questions because
Okay.
some of these questions came in the DM. So I want to make sure I don't lose my place on here because I'd be like, what the heck? I know, right? Okay. So what are some deductions and credits that they can claim?
Did you ask me what are some of the deductions?
Yes, and yes, that they can claim. Deductions
Okay.
and credits.
Another one of the bigger deductions this year is gonna be the medical deductions. It's 7.5% now. And so just to give you an example, let's say you and it goes off your gross income. So let's just say you made $100,000 for the year, and the 7.5%. So that basically just means that you can only deduct up to $7,500 worth of medical expenses, which is not bad if you got up to 7,500. So that's the percentage. So that's the breakdown. So if you for every 100,000, you get 7,500 off of deductions, worth of deductions for medical bills for this year.
Okay.
And that's one of the new laws that they did last year as well. And as a business owner, you can deduct your travel expenses, your work from home. If you work from home as a business owner, you can deduct that space that you have at home. Oh, and I do want to tell them this: a lot of people are asking if they can get that deduction since they're working from home as an employee, and that is a no-go. It is only if you're using it for your business. So that's one of the deductions that you can't get if you're working home at a workload like 9 to 5. And then of course, the living expenses, the gas, the mileage, it's still the same. What else? It's a lot. If you did advertising, you can write that off. If you go out to eat, go on vacation or paycation, is what I call it. When it was like, those retreats we go for businesses.
Yeah.
Business.
Correct.
Hold on, I'm trying to show them on the camera, right? Business purposes. So, and so it's a lot. You just want to get with a good professional tax preparer, and they'll be able to do that. I have, like I said, that memory jogger with probably about 30 to 40 common tax write-offs that people can get. So, just make sure your tax preparer walks you through that thoroughly. I go through each column that my customer or my client needs with them step by step along the way. So make sure you guys do that.
Okay. So here's the thing, ladies. Ladies, let me tell you, if you have, if you need to get your taxes done, obviously give her a call because she is very diligent in what she does. So if you need help, if you have questions, now we talk a lot about starting your own business. You want to start your business out on a good foot to make sure that your taxes and everything is in order. So you want to get with someone to do that. So I'm going to put her website information up there, her email information, her cell phone information, her shoe size, everything that we can put on there for you. So you will have it so you can get in contact with her. And we're going to have her on here again another time so that we can answer other questions. So if you have other questions, hit her even after the broadcast is over, and then she can definitely get back with you. And so just to recap a lot that she said you definitely want to get that tax bot, but she said that tax bot was off the chain. And also it took care of your mileage as well, which is big. Yes. Anything else that you want to tell the ladies?
Yes, indeed. And then I was gonna tell the entrepreneurs that want to own or start their own tax business. Right now, a lot of peers are gonna be of course it's like peak season right now, and so I would say towards maybe like August, September-ish, you'll start seeing a lot of preparers put out tax courses. There are a couple people I may can hop on here around that time that I can suggest to you guys that I've saw across the board of the years that I've been in that did a really good job. I've been doing taxes for about 6 years, and I've seen great teachers that sprouted up that are really very knowledgeable. I'm not one of those teachers. I do a lot of other things, but taxes is like one of my passions because people need to be educated about them. But I'm not a tax teacher. I'm just an educator. And so yeah, so we can definitely get together on some of those things as well. St. James.
Absolutely. And you have an ebook about taxes that you're gonna put out, right?
Yes. I'll work on it. I'm gonna work on it. I have a lot going on. I'm gonna come on later because I have a TV show that I'm debuting later this year.
I know. So we gotta talk about that. So next time when you come on, okay, so you have to come on a couple times.
I'll be
the
back
next time.
Some good things.
Okay, so next time you talk about taxes again for whatever we missed, and then the time after that you will talk about your new TV show you got coming on, right?
For sure. Okay. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So ladies, be bad, be bold, find somebody's face to sit on. This is Dr. St. James. Sex is important too. All right.